Right.
Because you're a bad man.
It's not. I'm a bad man. I am a very good man.
You murdered too many puppies.
You are a bad man,
No.
but it's not because of that.
As I pointed out to Max, that was in a previous life that I murdered puppies, and therefore I'm good, you see. So, and that was Sir Hammerlock, actually, that was murderous. Did we all watch the landing? That was fucking awesome.
Yep.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, we landed on Mars. You get to ask the Mars.
I've got a little steamboat. This is great fun.
Who are we joining, by the way?
I don't. I'm just waiting for it to load and see if it's going to crash. Well, Esmio's here. Malcolm is off. Well, he's not playing Destiny, so I assume he'll be joining us.
I have no audio for some reason.
What, in general or from the stream?
From me.
You have no audio from you?
From one computer to the other computer.
Have you gone deaf?
Would you like my steamboat?
Can't see it yet.
I'm joining
I have audio now, that's good.
He doesn't like my steamboat.
God, I'm up to my arse in snow.
Can join me, but I'm about to
in
join.
real life or in the game?
In real life. In the game. In real life. Help!
Has it snowed indoors today?
What was it I said last night? I meant to say something and I said inventory instead. Did I say... Well,
Next you're going to say group segment.
No, I've said screenshot when I meant photograph before a whole bunch of times. But I said something. I said something like, I used the word inventory, and I was talking about a real life thing.
Oh,
what
yeah.
did I say? I can't remember what my sentence was.
Fuel in the car. Check your inventory. Yeah.
Yes. Incidentally, Terraria Journey Mode's kind of fun because it's kind of just saying to us, "Hey, let's have all the stuff, get stuff quickly," which is kind of fun because we
get to the more
interesting stuff.
Sort of the real bones of the gameplay rather than the sort of fluff they put around the edges.
Yes.
You got to pick up 100 of these. Okay. Did you pick another 100 up? No, just use those. Okay, sweet.
Yeah. I wouldn't want this as the first way of playing it because you just get through the whole game very fast.
You don't appreciate it.
Yes.
But the second time, definitely, because then you know what you've got to have had at that point.
I can reform Andy's mum, but side door bandits and front door bandits are currently offline.
Where did you dismember it?
I didn't dismember Andy's mum. I reformed Andy's mum. Good. Oh, good. Andy's not here tonight. Okay, how to horse.
Have horse will travel.
Hey, Brett. Did you buy the game?
Oh, no.
Well, no cheap game for you.
That's fine. It'll be on sale at some point.
Not like that. That was the get everyone on board thing. Anyway, I've reformed Andy's mum while we wait for Izmir.
Oh.
I'm just going to mosey.
Where are you guys? You on me for some reason somehow? Two blue things.
Who is anybody though?
Who is anybody?
Yeah, true.
What is life?
I might be over.
Wait, I got an award. Visit every town. I'm in the middle of a forest though.
where are you? That's probably the one I'm after.
No,
like,
the elves.
I'm not near any town at all. I'm quite a long way south of Spider Gorge. There's nothing here. It's literally
fast travel point.
Yeah, but I was here before and I just rode away from it and went, "Well done, you found everything." I'm not going to argue.
That's the one I've got to find then. I think.
Ah, well.
Right, joining you. Hopefully I'll spawn in nearest you and be able to get that point. Maybe.
The trees are all knackered here.
Not to spit in the spittoon. There's no... I'm going to be chewing gum.
As long as you don't drink it afterwards.
Or wear it.
Tasty.
Don't wear the spittoon.
Or like Back to the Future.
Did he wear a spittoon on his head?
He did, yeah. I got thrown at him, I think.
Ah.
Man has a dream. Let him live it.
Oh, it's Mayor's in the game.
Just enjoying riding my horse. Run over the sheep!
A big steamer just spawned right next to me. That was weird.
I want to go on your steamboat, Rob.
Meet me. We're probably not in the same session, are we?
It does try to put you in the same session. Let me stand down my posse because you said Mia is coming online. I still think, and
Wow.
I'll keep saying this till every fucking game changes. Elite Dangerous did it the best. The vaguely persistent posse stuff, where as Mia creates a posse, it doesn't matter whether she's online or not. All that matters is that people in her posse are online.
Yep.
Apparently people got pissed off at me drawing a shotgun at them.
Well,
Oh, they
yeah,
killed my horse! Motherfuckers! Oh, I can revive it. Quick, revive the horse, revive the horse. Yeah! Live to ride again. Hey! Magic horse reviving potions.
oh my god.
Actually, so far out into the lake, I can't see anything. It's just me and a boat and mist.
Rob, I asked for
Nice.
I asked for a war plan. His war plan was get Rob to write the server gameplay.
That's the war plan.
That's not really a war plan, is it?
Well,
War.
no one guarantees. War plans aren't inherently successful.
Well,
Asking
yeah.
asking for one that's likely to succeed, as in likely to succeed in time.
Yeah, but I mean, what I need is a breakdown of every single task that we're doing. You know, just roughly, so we can go. That's not happening.
Is this for the voxel game thing?
Yeah, I'm. So at college, we were taught this. We did critical path analysis, we did Gantt charts, and all that stuff.
Wow.
And it's not that necessary. Just here are all the tasks. I've thought of all the tasks in the game and assume that I haven't written down anything that will take less than a week. And if something takes more than a week, I'll break it down into 2 or more tasks. Done. There you go. That's just roughly all you need. And then you just say, how long till we ship the game? Oh. Because that's what will happen.
Yeah.
I mean, with Henry, with what you do, I'm not that. I mean, do you work in a larger team or a larger group?
We
You
currently
manage-
have, I don't know, 6 developers, maybe.
What do you do?
Website, well, website stuff. We're kind of making a PWA progressive web app for
Okay.
the construction industry using JavaScript, which I don't mind.
Rob, do you know what
Rails,
do
which
you
I like.
understand what he just said?
I know exactly what you just
Excellent.
said.
I have no idea what he's talking about.
What is a progressive web app when it's at home?
You know, one
It's a
that's
web app that still works if it's all fucked.
Yeah, basically.
It means if it's not working properly, it's okay. If it is working properly, it's awesome.
Mm.
That's the point of progressive. There's nuances to that.
So,
but-
so it's less fussed about some specific bits.
yeah, like if someone loads it in a browser that doesn't work properly, it still works okay. Instead of ending up with a thing saying, no, you must download the latest version of Chrome. Or spending shitloads of effort trying to get it to work in every browser, which they don't.
so you don't mean it dyes its hair and has and supports women's rights then.
My bloody boat just sank.
With you
I
in it.
ran out of stamina instantly.
Or
Ah,
you've probably
too
gone
far.
out into the deep water.
I mean, I was maybe 100 meters from the post.
I guess one question I do want to ask then is
Maybe I was too close. It was a narrow point.
one question I haven't asked is, are you prepared for this to make no money? Like, hadn't actually crossed my mind that was. That's not how I work. That's not how I work. I'd sooner cancel a project than ship one that made no money.
Yeah.
Or lost me money, rather. Like, actively lost me money. Oh my god, what the...
Well, I guess in this case, it's not losing you money; it's losing him money, right?
Yeah, but from my point of view,
Still.
if I were to ever ship something that I thought would actively lose money, I would stop it as soon as possible. But that's not everybody's plan. I mean, EA, certainly, they will ship games. They don't necessarily think will succeed, but they hope they will.
Is he like Brewster's Millions, where he has to get rid of $1 million
No,
pounds or
no,
whatever, without any
no,
evidence of what he's done?
no.
There's some
Fortunately not.
cost fallacy whereby you think, I've invested this money, I have to keep investing to get my money's worth.
Yes.
That doesn't necessarily mean you're actually going to get your money's worth just because you keep investing.
Well,
Isn't that the gambler's mistake or something? they call it?
Gambler's Demise? No, Gambler's Folly.
Yeah,
So-
but
something
basically,
like
I've
Gambler-
invested
gambler's
£160,
phallus.
put another £60,
Gambler's
I'll
fallacy,
win
yeah.
soon, I'll win soon.
Yeah.
And before that, they put £1,000 in and then they've lost it all.
I,
What? It's like people keep on investing in GME.
Exactly. Well, so curious.
I know of the sunk cost fallacy and
Sunk cost fallacy. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
See-
calculation fallacy is like if a coin comes 3 times heads, then there's a different fallacy where there's logic saying that next time it will be tails because the probability have to be 50-50 and I have got heads too much. And
Yes.
in reality, the next coin toss is fair.
Yeah. Mm.
I
So
like
50-50 possibility for both.
I like Brewster's Millions. I watched that a lot as a child. I think we had it on Blu-ray.
Oh, did you see what happened today with
Blu-ray?
that guy?
Blu-ray. Sorry, VHS.
Oh, the Blu-ray when I was a child. Yeah, and I had the Xbox as well. Really?
No,
Wow.
I'd say no, it's a
Oh, time
VHS.
travel like me.
No, I meant we had it. We didn't have that many films. We would record all the cool films on at Christmas, and sometimes we would just record a random film that was on ITV or something. And so yeah, I ended up with like Brewster's Millions just on the on VHS and Superman 2 and stuff. So I've seen those a lot.
Mhm.
The thing that
Hello.
the young people on this channel won't get is because we only had 4 channels. When we watch something on the TV, as in it was being broadcast, like James Bond or something, you could always talk about it with your mates at school after. Say, "Oh, I saw this great film last night. What did you think?" "Oh, I watched it. Blah, 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 blah.
Hello.
Oh, I think
There's
was
only a
great."
limited amount to watch, which meant everybody would watch the same thing.
Well, that's the
Yeah.
thing. People would
Yeah.
we could discuss what had been on, whereas now it's like, oh, I mean, the thing that it happened to me quite when I was a kid. Actually, I'd watched a VHS of a film, and then immediately, the next day assumed it had been on telly. I said, "Oh, I watched such and such. What did you think of it? It wasn't on last night." It wasn't. "Oh yeah, I watched it on VHS." This whole thing
Yeah.
sort of confused me. And I realised, oh yeah. But nowadays, obviously,
I think-
you can,
Oh,
I can watch Mandalorian, but I'm behind everyone else, so you can't
thanks-
talk about it.
Thanks for
I think
the follow, Van Loop Frezix. Appreciate it.
I think you massively underestimate the ability of teenagers and children to watch literally everything that's out there. Because
That-
my experience at school was most people in our friends group had watched literally everything.
Wow.
Yeah.
Even though there's hundreds of channels, people will just watch what they deem to be the good stuff because there's a lot of crap.
Yes.
Well, I mean, I do try and keep up with the big shows because
Yeah.
I don't want to get them spoiled. So I've been following Snowpiercer. Snowpiercer has been brilliant, much better than the TV, the film, and season
Really?
2 just got announced. Yeah, oh yeah, it's brilliant. This is proper
I thought
Game
the
of
intro wasn't as good.
The-
The opening, but
well, this is proper Game of Thrones levels of political intrigue and all sorts. It's really good.
Oh.
But season 2 got announced, and Netflix popped up the an advert showing, just like a banner showing you season 2. Season 2 coming soon, and it had 2 enormous spoilers in the logo, and I'm like,
Yeah.
what the hell? Come on, Netflix! Like,
Right.
Thankfully, I'd already worked one of them out because I happened to recognise a named actor's voice, and I was like, "Oh, it's blah, 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 blah," and it turned out that blah 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 that turns up. But yeah, Netflix are quite bad about that. But the problem is because it didn't air at 7 o'clock on Friday and everyone watched it, we can't talk about, let's say, WandaVision because some people aren't going to watch it the day it comes out.
Yeah.
I know people are a few episodes behind on that. WandaVision's been very good. It's if you've not watched it, the first couple of episodes are a bit of a slog, and you're like, okay, yeah,
they
yeah.
do labour the reveal.
And
They're,
then, yeah,
they're not enjoyable. It's quite confusing to people that don't understand quite what's going on, like comics and stuff wise.
yes. Conversely, and again, not going to give anything away, in Snowpiercer, I think episode 2, there is a massive twist, and you're like, you could have saved that for the end of the season. Like, you shot your load very early then. But yeah, I highly recommend Snowpiercer. I've been thoroughly enjoying it, and now we've caught up with the one per week. So, no spoilers. And I can't go on Twitter tomorrow. Seriously, the internet will not shut up because WandaVision is all about mysteriousness and no one really knows what's going on. So it's full of interesting theories and things. Right, well,
Middle of a shootout.
oh, I was about to say, I'm good to do anything, really. I'm just going to go and see what's on the back of this guy's cart. Cool, they've got like a minibus. Can we get a minibus?
Called an omnibus.
No, an omnibus that fits everyone in the entire world. The whole
Oh
universe.
yes, of course. It's literally all.
Oh wait.
Oh, what have you guys done?
What? Wait, what? Why am I being shot at? Oh, bugger.
Wait.
Bugger. I don't know what happened. They suddenly shot at me, then I panicked and ran away and got run over by a... It just said antagonised, but I really didn't. I fucking will now. No, I won't.
In this game, as well, just be careful with the excessive use of the tab key.
What's tab do?
Selects the thing you ask it to do, but sometimes, for example,
It's
if I
left
go over to
bumper.
Esme, I want to wave at her. It takes the wave. It takes the option to tab option away, so it goes into quick draw instead. If you go to a stranger and do that, they go, "Oh, you're going to kill you," and they start shooting at you. I'm like, "Why are you shooting at me? I'm trying to say hello."
Oh, yeah.
Shot to death.
I mean, in Red Dead 1, I meant to mosey at one point, and I accidentally stole somebody's horse and got killed for it, so, yes. You have to be a little bit careful what you do.
Did you want a taxi, by the way, Adam?
No, they shot at me. I just looked at their taxi and the guy shot at me.
If I sell this animal, does it just magically disappear from my back of my horse?
Sell it where?
Oh, the thing.
The
The
butcher.
shop, yeah.
I don't know.
Well, I'm selling it now.
Has Mia spoken yet?
No.
She's very
No.
quiet.
No. I think she's actually gone to Mars.
What are you talking about? It's been talking the whole time.
She's on mute.
I'm just going to check.
Damn it!
Do what?
Ah, you are there.
You've been very quiet.
You're alive. That's good.
How are you today?
What's my horse doing?
Oh, is it doing that sort of twiddly
I
twiddly thing?
felt better.
Ooh,
Oh.
dear.
Oh no.
But you went to Mars, virtually.
Yeah, I wish. I couldn't get anything to work, so I gave up.
Is it sacrilegious to take my horse into a church?
Depends if the horse has been baptized. If the horse has been, if the horse
Excuse.
has been baptized, then it's sacrilegious.
It says all welcome, but apart from my horse, apparently. No, I'm not allowed to. Wow.
Yep, I can't.
I'm not aware of any rules about unbaptized people.
Wow. There it goes. Game crashed. I don't know what to do.
How
I'm
can
really.
people get? If people who weren't baptized couldn't go to church, then how would people get baptized in the first place?
Exactly, that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what.
Treasure map.
I don't know what to do about making this game stable. It's only this game. I haven't had any other crashes at all.
Does
Twitter
it put
campaign.
any hints out into the event logs, or have we
No,
been
it
to
just,
that?
it just stops dead. It just stops there. They get my PC's fine. Like, you know, I can bring up another window, and I can quite happily.
Is it are you running something weird in the background, like Unity?
No, I close everything because I like to get as much performance as I can out of this. But remember last week I even did a clean reboot and then went straight back in.
So it still crashed. Yeah.
I still crashed, yeah.
Have you turned every graphical knob off?
I
Like,
have.
It goes.
I have not, but I almost not want to play it like that. But we'll try that. We'll go to minimum quality, and see. My GPU's heatsink is at 40 degrees. Not sure what else to say. There are. But it's only this game, like GTA, 100% fine. I was gonna say Transport Tycoon, that really doesn't count, does it? Valheim, perfectly fine.
How many frames do you get on Transport Tycoon?
Well, you see, in Transport
All of the
Tycoon,
frames.
what you can do, and I used to do this, I used to run the game like 4 or 5 times, and each instance I ran will be on a different monitor. So and then you can even join different. But that means you can literally have a virtual camera looking at an area in the world. So that was very cool.
Cool.
Oh, you got dual screen, wasn't it?
Yeah, crikey.
2 monitors? Wow, you must be rich.
No, I've got a photo somewhere of me running like 5-screen Transport Tycoon on 3 32 inches and a couple of 24s, I think.
I forget what happened to those 32 inches.
2 of them are dead, actually, rather sadly.
I thought I ended up with some of them.
No, 32. 32? You got my 21 inches.
Yeah.
32's
Yeah.
big. Yeah. Hey, more bits, and hey, Speedy God. Okay, so I'm going to try. Going to try going to the lowest.
Vinny the Pooh.
I don't
Vinny
know
the
what.
Pro.
Ah.
We should go with Winnie the Pooh.
Unlock advanced settings locked.
Roach. Roach.
Yeah.
There doesn't seem to be like a default
Oh, that's the name
settings.
of the horse.
I've got a slider between minimum and maximum, but it doesn't actually seem to do anything. Like, if I put the quality to favour performance, it still picks ultra for everything. Oh, let's have another look.
Where
Maybe
can
favour
I
performance
find-
is that the machine's actually powerful enough for it.
Well, yeah, but this is the thing. Is very few of these things are likely to cause me any issues. I mean, I've got 6 gigabytes of free video RAM, but sure, I will go low, 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 off, low.
He wants to get in my taxi.
Oh, is that what it is?
Sec.
Is it? I'm
Oh,
calling
horse.
it a
Suddenly
taxi.
become dirty. Oh well. I've dirty my horse. I'm
And
dirty again. I want to like brush the horse a little bit longer than just like brush. That's it. You're clean. I'm like,
well,
really?
Max,
What
if you
horse do
like,
just-
if you like, next week instead of playing this, we can play. What was that? What was that horse game we played as Mia? There was a lot of horse brushing. That a lot of stroking the pony.
Yeah.
Horse riding tails.
Horse riding tales, yes. Which, to be fair, of all the games we played, was shockingly well made. Like instant live online
was.
multiplayer, drop in, drop out, and I was like, this is, bizarre subject matter and not brilliantly well done. But it's one of those you look at it going, there's a lot of money been ploughed into this. This is a huge amount of time someone's put into this game. So I'm going to be running a Red Dead Redemption at the minimum detail to see if it becomes more stable. Well, it's not heat. And at that point, look, it's unlike to be voltage. I said I run my PC hard all day long. It's I would notice, but yeah, now my heat sink's down to 35 degrees. Well,
Oh, that's always a good sign. My Unity just crashed with no.
well, that's Unity for you.
Yeah. Well, it did it when I walked into the range of an enemy that I've got, so I should have just done something very wrong there. But
You shouldn't be able to crash Unity no matter what you do.
yeah,
Well, unless you allocate too much RAM, that will do it.
I can't imagine I have. They're quite simple scenes. It's not like it's quite a low poly thing that I've made.
No, as in allocating RAM, as in you are continually allocating RAM and never freeing it.
Right.
I've done that a few times. Done that a lot.
Oh, come on, maybe shuffle seats so I'm facing forwards. Fuck's sake.
Hey, we have a visit from Winnie the Pro.
We've a visit from Winnie the...
Vinny the Pro.
oh, right, sorry, I thought you said Winnie the Pooh.
I thought it said Vinny
Oh.
though. It was Vinny the
Well, I
Pro.
thought I did say, but
My name
yes,
is
he's
Vinnie...
actually Vinny the Pro, but
My name is Vinnie the Pooh.
He's banned, isn't he, in Netherlands because of his
What?
bear walking around with a t-shirt but no trousers.
But Donald Duck walks around with a t-shirt and no trousers.
Yeah.
I also realized that
I walk around with
And
t-shirt and
wear.
no trousers when I'm wearing shorts.
in-game people are going to be so confused when they only hear one side of the conversation.
Well, welcome to... hello, Vinnie the Pro. Vinnie the Pro, question. Is your name based on Winnie the Pooh? Are you Winnie the Pooh? Wait,
Hey,
did he just shoot you?
I was
Oh,
aiming
dog.
at him.
Motherfucker, don't do that.
Did you just kill Winnie the Pooh?
He started it.
Murder! I killed him! Good. Now it loses his corpse.
Okay,
Put his body in the back of his horse. How many calls his horse will be... Oh,
So-
it's
And that can
dead.
teach you to overreact to somebody aiming their gun.
yeah, he started it. He had a lot of health. Oops, sorry.
Drop. Go on, drop the body.
Okay, now where do I pay off my bounty?
At the station, which is down the road to the right, to your left.
What
Do you want to
road?
take a taxi? I'll take you on the taxi to the station.
Okay.
Oh, I'm getting on this.
Is this actually your taxi, or did you steal it?
It's actually my taxi.
That you stole?
Possession is 9/10 of the law.
That's not true, is it, Rob? Possession is 0/10 of the law. Nah, got it. It's died again.
I am the law.
You're still in my car, though.
Well, yeah. But I'm using 15% my CPU, 10% my GPU, 40% of VRAM, 40% of my main RAM, 60 frames a second. I mean, my PC's barely breaking sweat, and it just dies.
And you got out of my taxi without paying your fare.
Son of a bitch.
I mean, I can't really Google Red Dead Redemption crashing, because that's just not going to be very... 12 steps to fix RDR2 crashes.
Like when you Google for companies like And Digital, and Google goes, well, I'll ignore the word and because it's meaningless.
So stuff like this. PC Gamer. Step 3, reinstall your display drivers. Fuck off. Step 4, turn off virus protection. Step 5, delete C++ runtime builds from Windows. What are you talking about? Check your registry for hours.
45.
Fresh reinstall Windows.
Yep, must be Windows' fault. Desperate times, desperate measures.
Right.
That's the nuclear option. That's usually my first option.
Just blow it away and start again.
Right, let's see if there's any logs.
It must be Windows' fault. I'm just going to start over.
Logs for the... Okay,
Even though it doesn't... Yeah, I mean, I've had that.
Documents... Rockstar Games... Red Dead 2...
Thank you for a cuddle. Then we race bit down wave. In your face! Through your gun. Wow.
Until I'm running ECC RAM, I'm going to always assume that it's Windows' fault.
Well, I don't...
ECC only just tries to correct the problem, so...
Does it? I thought...
No,
I don't think it...
ECC prevents things like cosmic radiation fucking things up.
Yeah, but it doesn't... It doesn't...
Correction.
I don't think you can, because it's only 1 bit in 9, or 1 bit in 8.
No, it's a parity bit.
Yes, that's my point.
If it knows that piece of data is bad, the parity lets you reevaluate it.
No, it can't. Well, I guess you
not
could
reevaluate it. It determines it is invalid, so you can detect corruption.
I guess you could read it again, but that's about it. Because it's not like CD-ROMs where there's so much additional data you can reconstruct a corrupted data segment. There's just 1 bit. It's a 9th RAM. Like bit of RAM.
Unless you're going to raid your RAM, which sounds horrendously inefficient.
Game left no exit file.
Well,
Crash detection. Exit code 0xccf indicates a fatal game exit. Error unknown error code.
So that's the question: did it leave an exit file or log file
No.
or anything?
Game left no exit file. Specifically, it specifically says it didn't. But I'm not gonna.
Okay.
I'm not gonna listen to it. I'm gonna have a look.
I want to have a good time. The girls are like looking at me.
Well, they're having a good time then.
I'm trying to have a good time.
Sort by date.
Oh, speaking of the GME thing I mentioned a while ago, have you guys seen what happened today? With the guy that blew up on Reddit. He went to like some court thing or something and was just saying a bunch of memes into court, and they were just trying not to call him by his Reddit username that has the word fucking in it.
Wait, seriously? Deep fucking value was in court?
I don't know if it was court, but it was like a hearing of some kind, and I think they were like interviewing him or something for whatever reason. It wasn't like being tried or anything, but
Yes, because they're trying to define what's happened as being insider trading, even though it's been done in public. Like, that's not insider trading. That's just trading.
That's not insider trading.
I'll find the picture, but he's just sat there in a suit, but there's like a picture of a cat on the wall behind him with a bandana that he usually wears hanging from it.
Yeah.
But
guy
if everyone had done what they did behind closed doors, that would not necessarily be legal. Getting together a whole bunch of people in order to affect share prices is not legal.
And yet, this is exactly what hedge funds do.
Yes.
Every day.
Yes, that's exactly.
Market manipulation can be wrong even if in the open.
Well, sure. If it's wrong, cool. We're all in agreement. It's wrong, and we should change it. But that's not the problem. The issue is it's wrong when they do it, but not when these people do it.
No, it gets better. So his YouTube channel is the Roaring Kitty, so they had to refer to him as that. For whatever reason. And one of the things he said in this interview was, "I am not a cat," in reference to that lawyer thing that happened.
Your Honour, I'm on a cat. Red Dead 2 is constantly thrashing. But I don't know what to suggest. My PC is... I really don't mess around with anything. I've just got my video card, everything else runs fine. I don't get lockups, it's just Red Dead. I mean, I can try switching back to DirectX 12. Yeah, for me, turning on DirectX 12 makes the game crash on launch. Yep.
Oh, and he managed to get the meme, "I like the stock," on the congressional record.
Wow.
Nice.
Because they asked him why he invested in the stock. He would say, "I like the stock."
So, what has happened with that then? Like, did the hedge fund company go bust? Everyone just lost interest talking about it.
One of them did.
I imagine most of them got out with but I think some of them led some money.
Unfortunately, it wasn't Melvin or Citadel. It was some other company.
Well, yeah. Citadel. Oh no, yeah, Citibank, the boo boo, isn't it?
Did anyone get any shitload of payout? Because that was all the thing. Was, oh, it's going to make millions and millions and
millions and millions.
Well, I don't know. This was kind of my question. Instead, we mentioned it last night on stream. Citibank was supposed to lend somebody 8 million, accidentally gave them 500 million, asked for the money back, and they went no. So they took them to court, and the judge went no. So a little bit weird, that one. Well, yeah.
Oh dear.
Yeah, but it's like, well, as I said, if you say to me, "Can you lend me £100?" and I give you £200, you only owe me £100. That was our agreement. I've given you another £100. Brilliant. But there have been circumstances before where banks have overpaid people, and they fucking got the money back that time. So I don't really know what's changed. So this guy says he turns off the X12 and Vulkan completely, and now my game runs so that crashes. Brilliant.
Turned up DirectX 12 and Vulkan.
Yes. This is why some people should not offer advice on the internet. Somebody else suggested disabling async, a VSync Vulkan. That
I know, I'll fix it.
Just
turn the computer off.
Right click on install. Yeah, but my frame rate.
Press that big power button. That'll fix it.
My frame rate goes to 0 then, though.
Oh yeah, there was that minor drawback.
Yeah.
Murder. What? Did not murder them. They were enemies already.
They had red dots on their faces.
Yeah.
Jason, no, it looks like Citibank have lost the court case, and they ought to get their money back.
Oh, sod off.
Which is an interesting precedent, because that means if a bank ever accidentally gives you money, that's now precedent.
Yeah.
Yeah. Lawman. I don't care if you're a lawman. Still don't need you guys.
That's a.
Oh, there already was precedent. If you accidentally pay somebody money, then you can't get it back.
Be a little more careful.
Yeah, but banks have done this before.
People can do that to people under duress and claim it back, or get it back through the courts by going, "I was put under duress and the mitigation."
Duress is another matter.
Yeah. But people can. People don't, but they can.
Yeah, duress is one thing. In this case, it is not duress. Yeah, they actually transferred.
492 million pounds more than they're supposed to, or whatever.
There's a fun little gif.
There's nothing about asynchronous. Like everything's just off. I mean, I can go to full screen, but I seriously doubt it's the fact I'm running windowed borderless. Not in this day and age.
Given that you were running windowed borderless before.
Yeah, but I can go to full screen, which is. Right, I'm coming back in.
My system decided to fuck off.
I'm coming back in at. Why are my frame rate options 59, 60, 119, 120?
Had a full length mirror here. That's quite fun.
Have you not seen the mirror? Okay. Right, so we're going to go full screen, minimum quality.
Join session. What? Wait, where? Okay, front door bandits is no longer my active posse.
Yeah, Jason. Esmir said she just crashed.
Right. That's probably why. Okay, fine. Yep. My brain has now caught up to what's happening in the world.
Hooray!
Yes. I thought so too.
Yeah, Esmir is now back online.
Mm-hmm.
On the line. Oh, it's daytime. That's nice.
Yeah, it's nah.
If it crashes again, I don't really know what I'll do. I might just go and play Resogun, which I am very late to the party on, and it is absolutely one of the best games I've ever played.
Oh, what?
Hey, what?
Resogun. Housemarque are a company that they do PlayStation exclusives, and they all do shooters. And this is their, not their latest one, but the most recent one before that. It's just such a good game. Absolutely just so
What's the
good.
premise?
It's a shooter. It's a shoot 'em up, but it's
Oh, sure.
it's all voxels and it's all horizontally scrolling around like a cylinder. But I played it and I said I was so underwhelmed. I saw it and I went, and then I said 2.5 hours later, I was like, I should probably go to bed. So the whole world is voxels, everything but tiny little voxels. And when you kill the boss, the whole world shatters into like 100 million blocks. It's incredible, absolutely incredible, hugely
PlayStation
satisfying.
exclusive, I presume.
It is. Housemarque only do PlayStation games, yeah. And that's why it got me thinking that I don't know of any multiplayer shmups. So I can't even name one, let alone a good one. So then I had a quick poke and I dug out the Tyrion graphics because they're all free now. They're all public domain. And I just for 10 seconds, I don't know, I spent about 10 minutes just prototyping up what Tyrion might be if it's just multiplayer and you can just join in. But your ships are still rendered at the same resolution as they were in DOS. So that means your ships are tiny. But that means you could have a whole swarm of people on the screen, which should be rather cool. Because there aren't any, and that makes me a little bit sad. Sometimes I did that. I just sort of spend an afternoon prototyping something just to see whether or not it's any good. And go. Sometimes you just go, "Oh my god, this is amazing," and sometimes you go, "Nah, it's not really working."
I thought that there are too many games in the world to really know what games exist and which don't.
Yeah, but the shmup community is pretty small, really is. So it would be fairly safe to say I would probably have heard of one. Thank you.
Maybe it exists and it's bad, and so it has like low
Well, okay, yeah.
visibility.
There's no ones of note. There isn't a go-to one. But Tyrion had the most brilliant progression and shipbuilding and stuff. And I'd love to combine like long-term ship design in with bastard hard gameplay, and with the we can't possibly do this. Who else is online I can invite in to help me kill this boss?
Because you could have like a swarm of people to attack the boss.
Yes.
And with time
But then
travel, they
there-
would need
there
to
would
be
have to be a-
online.
There would just be a decent reward for the people you invited in, or else they'd never join you.
Well, I mean, it's like most games, that's the stuff that happens later on, and later on, of course, you get better rewards. Okay, I'm back in. I am at minimum detail. I mean, I'll be very surprised this makes a difference. I'm not doing anything I wasn't doing in the higher quality. I'm just doing less of it.
Honestly, for minimum disc detail, that still doesn't look too bad.
So it's for me, it's extremely sparkly. So on resolution on the stream, you're seeing a downsampled image, which looks better. The shadow detail is horrible. It's very sharp. There's no anti-aliasing going on, and I can't see very many trees.
A shame.
Right, should we try and do something? See if my computer stays stable. If not, I will just be sad.
What are we going to do?
Don't know. This Esmia's in charge.
Just waiting on the others to join.
You should 3D print a horse, so you can put it inside your computer. Then you can declare your computer stable.
Very good. I like that.
Max, don't encourage him. No, don't encourage him. We don't want jokes like that on the stream. I do the puns.
That was very good, Shelka. Well done.
That was actually pretty good, but we're not going to tell
I
him
like
that.
it.
Is this
Took me a moment to figure it out.
Is this guy dressed up like Gandalf the White? If this guy, no, look, if he falls in the mud, he's gonna have to spend forever cleaning up his clothes. Look, like me, sir. No, yeah, your outfit's brilliant, but you'll notice. You see, I've taken a more practical approach. I'm as naked as I can be, so you can just hose me down if I fall in the mud.
Or bottom lip is your mouth is moving when you do that. You got the talking thing turned on or off?
No, I am talking. See my mouth moving. I'd also like to point out my beard is 100% real. It's not a fake beard. I won't hear any such lies.
A very specific point to make.
Poetry.
Are you in a posse then?
Yes, we're in.
Why is your horse so knackered? It's like, ugh.
Which one are you in?
Front door bandits.
No, you're not. 0 out of 7.
Close the dialogue
I
box
can
and
do
come
that.
back up. Oh,
I have.
I'm in it.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Right.
I have free roam, but I.
Joining.
Joining. Wagons keep on joining. Rawhide.
Move him out. Right him in. Move him out. Right him
Shoot
in.
him.
Hide. Or something like that, anyway.
Count them in, round them out. Count them
I
in.
don't know
round
why
Oh,
it
yeah.
takes so long to join a server, given that it's literally the same world.
Mm-hmm.
Oops.
Yoink!
Splork. Yeah, I was actually thinking what I should have done is... Oh, the church is locked. Wait, isn't the whole point of a church that I can...
Yeah, but they don't want you to nick the altar.
Or the prayer books, more like.
Why would I nick the... There's no market in stolen prayer books.
Yes, there is. Or the
Where
church
do
prayer books.
churches get their prayer books from?
Good point. No, I did think what I should have done on the stream is...
Bell's
do a
ringing.
prayer
Check
book.
if it's ringing properly.
There's a sign here that says, "Can you find me?" I should have 3D printed something related to the stream each day,
Oh wow, the bell's actually moving. Wow, that's cool.
but I couldn't think of anything for Terraria, so I didn't do it. Yeah.
Your horse is filthy. I can just fix it with 2 sweeps of a brush. And just like that. It's clean.
Wow,
Wait,
that's
Is everybody in?
that's what she
I
said.
am now in.
Lil Sebastian.
I just want to point out, just for the record, you see, Jason, that my beard is definitely 100% real beard and not fake in any way, shape or form. This is a completely convincing real beard.
What the fuck happened there?
I just put my gun away twice.
But it went from being a crap gun to one with a bit of a sort of yellowy skin sort of thing. Is he complaining at us?
It's
Hey.
Robin.
Let me
Hello.
clean your horse for you, sir. Free.
Let's have a look.
Oh, I can wave at the horse. Hello, wave. Wave. Oh, no, that doesn't work either.
Posse members. Yep. Esmia, Digiarchus, Macrodism, Escurve, Uatech, Signor Chicken.
I joined
Yeah,
the session,
yeah.
and that put me in the posse.
Yeah. But, I mean, Jason, I just want to make clear, what you can see there is a real beard, okay? I'm not wearing
Jason.
a fake beard. Yes, there is. Jason Smearensnack.
Oh, you posted that, didn't you?
Rob, don't kill the... I got him, officer. I've got him. It was him that killed that man. Oops. Oh, no, stupid horse.
Good
Yeah,
job.
so this
Excuse me.
person you're blaming me for, but not the other people.
Who was the officer?
Oh,
Was that
no!
pretty good?
Excuse me, sir. Could I maybe have a lift?
To be fair, I did try and punch him, not shoot him, and then press the wrong button.
But I meant to look that up. The
Oops.
guy just said Jesus H. Christ. Now, I've never worked out what the H is or why.
Hamster.
Chair's actually squishing up and down. Look, the little the things actually going boink, 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 working like a
The little seats
spring.
bouncy, yeah.
Spring's actually doing a springy thing. Wow, that's
That's
actually
quite nice.
Mine's not, but I am on low detail.
low detail. Yeah. I hope this cart goes around in a circle because I was going to be here.
No,
for a
your
long
seat
time.
isn't. The front seat that
Oh.
we're sitting on is bouncing up and down. It's got suspension.
Oh,
Yours
this
is
is
just
your
a wooden
cart, is
plank.
it? I thought it's just some random cart I got on.
No. It's a cart.
I think it's a
I
bigger
didn't
lever
realise it was
effect.
yours.
No, it's
I
not
thought I
mine.
got
Oh,
By mine, I refer to the seat I'm sitting on, not the seat that I own.
would anyone like to take a guess what the H stands for? It's a very boring answer, I'm afraid. It's holy.
Holy?
Yeah. I was
Yeah.
like, oh, okay. Not Harry, as I have been told previously. And I was like, I don't believe that to be true, mother.
Thought it was hamster.
Why would it be hamster?
Jesus
Well,
fucking hamster Christ.
What? That's not a thing.
What if it was a hamster? You
It
can't
is
prove it's
a
not.
thing.
Oh, well, yeah, it's a thing you made up.
Ah,
Why is our
what
horse...
the heck?
Wait,
Wow. Why are there two horses?
why,
Could be stalled?
why are there extra horses
Me.
why are there lying down horses lying down for a sleep there? Why do they have no legs, Henry?
That I don't know, but that looks quite disturbing.
So we dragged them behind us from the tow rope. Jump start.
No, we can't jump start the horse. You can't bump start a horse.
You're saying not trying hard enough.
Yeah. More electricity is required. Isn't that the theory with frog legs? You plant it into your frog, its legs move. So
Yes, you can make its
Yeah.
legs move. You can't bring it back to life.
That would be
it didn't stop Dr. Frankenstein.
that would be a literal jump start if it was a frog.
I did hear that Frankenstein entered a bodybuilding competition to see realize that he'd seriously misunderstood the object.
Welcome to Adam's Christmas Crackers.
Hey, my God, that's the thing. No matter how, everyone listening, no matter how bad your life is, no matter how rubbish this year is, somewhere in the world, someone's at a party and they are talking, and there's a hot girl, and he's talking to her, and she's like, "What do you do?" And he goes, "I write the jokes in Christmas crackers." That is someone's job somewhere. Someone has to come up with those.
Isn't it just like we've got this list and we're just going to keep printing them forever and a day?
I mean,
No.
is there anything wrong with that? I don't think that's a pretty okay job.
I'm a writer. You wouldn't say I'm a joke writer.
Well, you would if you wrote jokes.
Well,
If, you,
good ones are not really.
if someone goes, if someone goes, "I'm a writer," what have you written? Christmas cracker jokes. Conversations would be probably quite brief at that
I'm
point.
highly
isn't it?
published.
I mean,
Everyone has read my work.
I mean, they probably also do the trivia, so I imagine it's the kind of person that does like those like daily dose of internet kind of videos where they just come up with random facts and research it, and that kind of person probably does that.
It says Luke the Strangers. You don't need to tell me twice.
We're poor.
Luke the cultists, oh boy.
Very
Which
meat.
one?
Oh,
What's the
look,
cult?
barrel
What's the
full of
difference between a cult and the other ones again? What's the one into the cult?
Oh,
Well, follows
yeah,
things,
there
isn't
was a sect, a cult.
Wait for me.
There's a sect, a
Bananas,
cult, and
boys.
one of
Oh,
them's social, one of them's religious. Oh, I can't remember. There's quite a fine distinction between sects, cults, and religion. Sects, cults, and
X.
the other one,
Bunghole.
sects. But yeah,
I think the difference was that sects are
religious.
adhering to historical
Oh, yeah,
values,
that was it.
and cults are adhering to new values.
No, but one of them was religious and one of them was non-religious. So I guess there's
No, they're
four.
both religious.
No, there was definitely one that you can have like one that's not religious, like I don't know, the Waco guy or something. I can't think of a particular one on top of my head.
Moonies.
The flat earthers, shall we say? It's not a cult, or is it a cult? Damn it!
Flat Earthers? That's a good question, actually.
What is the difference between a cult and a sect?
Flat earthers aren't organised.
Neither are you.
Yeah, I would find that flat earthers have a problem of people telling them how things are. So they probably don't have an opinion really there.
Yeah. A sect, from a purely Christian perspective, a sect would be a group of Christians that are not entirely mainstream or fundamental in their beliefs, but are not so far removed from the orthodoxy as to be heretical. Seventh-day Adventists would be an example of a sect. Cults are used universally as a negative term. A Christian would define a cult as any group of people whose beliefs would be classified as heretical to traditional modern orthodoxy. For example, Mormons and Jehovah's Witnesses would be cults. But there was also a third one that is about non-religious, a cult that's not about religion, like fucking what's that guy?
Culture.
The Tiger King guy. On our left. Wait.
Oh fuck!
Don't kill him. It's the guy at the front.
Oh, was Max here when we were talking on GTA that one time about? I think I mentioned like Gnosticism or something.
Gnosticism.
Wait,
well,
Different kinds of knowledge for everything, apparently.
So agnostic is like not essentially.
Gnosticism is a different thing from.
Yeah. No, this is what we were talking about before. Was that Gnosticism originally was like the belief that like most other ideas of gods were actually representations of a devil, and that they were mostly killed because of the Roman Empire.
That's a different Gnosticism. That I know.
I'm not on my road. Sorry, hold on.
I know of a thing where people are assumed to remember things, or like there's some kind of super important insight that people can make. And like early Christians had like mixes of other religions within them. Gnosticism was one of them.
They all do.
Have
you ever looked at a picture of Zoroaster compared him to Jesus?
Quite a lot of people have the term, it's hardware agnostic. I'm like, agnost literally means know nothing. So hardware agnostic doesn't mean it doesn't care, or it doesn't. Literally, it means it doesn't know anything about it at all, which is why I really don't like that term. It's hardware, compatible or something. I don't know.
Well, it'd be
agnostic just means it doesn't know anything.
No, it would be. Oh, bug! I forgot the term. Bollocks! What is it?
I've not seen it.
You've got atheism at one side and religion at the other. What's the middle one? I don't know. That's agnostic, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. I know. Agnostic is the belief. Well, in terms of the actual term, is the belief that you can't know if there's a God or not.
Yeah. So agnostic isn't the right term for hardware at all, is it?
I mean, usually there's also, I think there's agnostic and just non-religious. Is usually just what they have.
Yeah, but forms. One end says definitely not. The middle, and one end says definitely is, and the middle goes, I don't know. But now I want to know why it's called hardware agnostic, because that's completely wrong. That means that means it doesn't.
Yeah, but what it's meant by it is, it's compatible with whatever you throw it into.
Yeah.
What it means is it doesn't care. It doesn't have an opinion.
Well, you have to go with the fine distinctions, whether we currently know or whether we can ever know.
What if I plug a piece of hardware and if it'll work? It's about 50-50 around my house, I think. It's not crashed though, so I guess I can start turning detail back up and do that. But I need
to
crash.
Yeah, but I look like I'm playing a PlayStation game.
Daft question. Why have we got these lamps? They're like Davy lamps.
For illumination.
Well, it's daytime.
Yeah, but why are they like mining lamps rather than just ordinary lamps?
Well, these are ordinary lamps for the 1800s.
Oh, okay. And the one in the corner just seems to be hanging in the middle of it.
It's because when we stop, I think the spring will bounce back up.
No, it's on a spring, but it should be sprung. No, it should be not sprung.
It's on a spring, but springs can't be infinitely strong.
Yeah.
So it's a bit bendy.
It's going through the thing it's supposed to be hanging on.
Yeah, but when it stops, when we stop, it'll probably spring back up to its right spot.
Oh, I see.
Oh, there they are.
There who are?
The lamps. I just passed them.
Yeah, they're just hanging in midair.
I mean, I don't know where you guys are,
Damn.
but
horse animations are just so good. I like to point out,
the movement for you, right?
At minimum detail, I'm still pulling 70% of my GPU, but I am hitting frame. Obviously, I'm at a rock solid 60 now.
Cool.
Because I'm not allowed to go any higher than that because... Oh, actually, maybe I am. Maybe it's 75.
Was there a bad guy?
Yeah, 60.
I'll my car by now, damn it.
Yeah, I know. I'm having to aim. The good thing is, if someone is riding along at speed, you only need one shot, and usually they fall off their horse.
Just shoot the horse.
Is this a bad guy coming up the road at a high speed? No, it's.
It's not.
Oh God! It's Rob.
Yes.
Shoot! I like this help deliver the target rather than help deliver the corpse. The wages of sin are death. Wages is plural. Someone kill this guy.
Well, Max, I found the reference I was talking about, right, to do with Gnosticism. So, today, this is from a Reddit thing initially.
Is it not a silent G, like gnome?
I don't fucking know.
It is
like,
Gnosticism.
okay, yeah. Not, so,
Does that mean that there should be twos in agnostic?
apparently there was some
Or is it
texts called
agnostic?
the Gnostic Gospels. They were early Christian texts that claimed the creator God from the Old Testament is actually the devil, and salvation can only be reached through personal relationship with an abstract higher power. And a majority of these people were killed by the Roman Empire for their heresy. I guess.
Heresy.
Well, that's the
Yeah,
Romans for you.
that's interesting actually, because if you do study the Bible, Genesis, it's very interesting. Some of the things right at the beginning there, because there is, how do we put it delicately? I don't want to say the word space, but it reads like the devil created some things basically, and one of those things could have been the earth, but certainly before mankind. So you can read like that. Yeah, that's scary.
I'm curious because I keep seeing there's a bit of a meme thing going on about now about angels, pictures of angels, like angels as described in the Bible, which is pretty much, if you've seen Evangelion, which I said, Evangelion treated Christianity as a bit of a slightly odd foreign religion, and it had a weird take on it because obviously it's Japanese. And the angels in Evangelion are angels, enormous.
Oh, they're the big robot things, aren't they?
No, the angels are the things that attack the robots. But they're like these massive beasts, hundreds of feet long, with 100 eyes and mouths everywhere. And I'm like...
So basically as the Bible described them.
Yeah, but like, where did we get the buff blokes with wings and halos?
Well, that's what the Bible describes them as.
No, it doesn't. The Bible describes them as these horrendous, terrifying monsters of like alien. Like I said,
reading a really weird copy of the Bible then.
Well, no, I said this is what I'm trying to question is the description of the angels, because it looks like at some point, probably in the Renaissance, we stopped drawing angels as horrifying monsters and. But I don't know what it was. They just keep coming up. Basically, people finding all these art of angels.
Yeah, and there's even lore about there being a hierarchy of different angels of like different ranks.
There is, yeah. Well, there's definitely a hierarchy. There's also a bit to God, obviously. So.
I can understand how it simplifies over time. Because probably the angels are like as complex as humans, at least.
Yeah.
So you just keep the wings as reminders that they are like a bit better than humans.
I mean, the classic one is in Genesis again, where they start taking women for. Well, I don't take them for brides, but they're certainly making kids with them, possibly through rape.
But yeah,
can you hear me now? Yes, you
we
can.
can. Yes.
Yes, we can.
Yeah, an angel is described. The Lord's heavenly chariot was carried by 4 angels, which were the wheels. The wheels had rims and they had spokes, and their rims were full of eyes round about. They are also frequently referred to as many-eyed ones, with 6 wings.
Oh, they're worshipping the Lord in the throne room, yeah.
Nothing like it.
It's really picture language.
Yeah,
it's like,
but
I'm not sure that's really an angel.
But nothing. Well, that's his thing. I say the ones in Evangelion are quite close to those descriptions of angels. There's just been a whole meme thing come up about it recently about the terrifying angels.
The wings and things.
Yeah, about basically these big round eyeball things.
The cherubs are pictured as babies, and yet they are described as animal-human hybrids.
Yeah.
Was terrifying.
I don't know why I don't know, because it doesn't say they're babies in the Bible, so I don't know why people sort of,
Well, I think Michelangelo wanted to paint something nice and get away with painting something nice without being
Cherubim and seraphim,
but without getting into trouble. So he could paint something nice and go, look, it's a lovely cherub, and everyone goes, oh, how nice, rather than going, I've painted a terrifying half monster.
Yeah.
And
What are we supposed to do with this?
destroy the moonshine equipment.
Oh, okay. Just take a gun and shoot,
Blow it
I
up.
suppose.
Yeah. But for some
Uh,
reason, sometimes
that'll
meme culture does this. You just get the same thing over and over and over. And I'll say accurate pictures of angels has just become a recent one.
accurate pictures, yeah.
Yeah, well,
Of course
accurate.
Accurate's the right word. But
Accurate as per the
Call it
description
canon.
in the Bible. Yeah, canon. As opposed to the more.
Yeah. Because it's Bible pictures, yeah.
Yeah, well, no.
Shit, we're
No,
getting hold on, incoming.
no,
Sorry.
painting them as described in the Bible. That's the point, which is these terrifying monsters with many eyes and
What?
6 wings
Sorry,
and
why
mouths
have
and
the
things.
horses got red dots? I aim at a
No.
horse, it's got a red dot still.
Because it's an enemy horse.
If you,
Yeah, but it's a bloody horse.
yeah,
It's
but you
neither
can.
side.
It's a vicious horse.
A vicious beast. The point is, angels are scary.
Oh well,
They are
no.
very powerful.
I am sabotaging your bull.
They are
But, and
Top-
you know,
top-
worshipping
top-
them is
top-
forbidden.
topless blonde blokes with wings, according to Renaissance era art, anyway. But prior to that, it wasn't. Anyway, there's endless memes about like pictures of monks, like the art monks drew. It's unbelievable if you've seen some of these things, because there's no real context for it. And there's just basically this sort of thing where they're sort of describing what the monks were saying, because they're like, you know, there's like all these crows talking to each other and a snail riding a horse and all sorts of bizarre
But that
things.
Kill
happened.
him. Oh, fuck.
I lassoed him to death.
I was trying to arrest him, but not everyone was like had their murderer boner on. So
Well, drag him back then. I'm glad it doesn't have like realistic physics, so it can't start tearing the flesh off. So we just pull back this completely knackered corpse, all its flesh gone. Maybe for Red Dead 3.
Apparently, angel comes from the Greek word angelos, which is he originated from the Hebrew word malak, meaning messenger, and they look like
live on
humans.
messages, yeah.
So angels look like humans, and that's on purpose,
And when
as opposed to
angels-
cherubs, which don't.
when angels mated with humans, they made the Gibborim, or the big ones, the giant ones.
My guy's got a problem. He keeps like standing and just sort of like he's just been walloped on the
Incoming.
head. And I don't have a horse. And you're going the wrong way.
No, I was shooting those guys. Well done.
Thank you.
Just mowed him down, just trampled him to death.
Oh, it's a crocodile. Oh crap. There's a body around here somewhere. There we go.
Oh dear.
Come on.
Do you want to? Oh no, you can't
No, I can't.
ride
No,
with me,
no,
can
that's
you?
fine. That's fine. I'm just waiting for my horse to work out where I am.
If you have weird experiences and try to describe them in terms of commentate things, it's no wonder that the descriptions are a little odd, especially if you add on interpretations on top of that.
Oh yeah, I mean, imagine describing a car even 300 years ago.
Well, I have a slate of glass that has pictures in it, and has a hole to another world in it. That's called a camera phone.
A hole to another world. I mean,
If I hold it up, you can see somebody. You can see another place inside this piece of glass.
I
People
suppose.
still call them camera phones.
Well,
I think you find the correct term is a convergence device.
it's a bit
Yeah.
generic. You could just call it a device, but that doesn't really.
Maybe. Why
But can
can't they
tell
do
when
that?
it's their strange tales being completely true.
Imagine
example-
you're like, oh, sorry, go for it.
Many people warm their food with light, and they communicate with each other by shooting light beams into each other. And that's kind of true because cell phones work with electromagnetic radiation.
But
So
that,
if you send a text
taking it,
message,
taking
you're
it completely literally, Shalka. Taking it completely literally, you might video call people, and so you're looking at the light being pushed, being emitted from it.
Honestly,
Yeah.
just imagine how freaked out people would be from like, say, the time period of like.
1950.
No, I was gonna say Red Dead or something. No, you take like one of those toy lightsabers you can use to actually fight now, back to like Red Dead year, and you just turn it on and it's just, and they just lose their shit.
Yeah.
Well, I think we probably have fluorescent light bulbs as one of the earliest lights because they're easy to make them incandescents, I believe. So.
But the idea, I don't know if you've seen that, like, there's like combat lightsabers you can actually use to fight other people now.
Well, yeah, but
made of what, plastic or something?
yeah, yeah.
So
It's like a plastic glass kind of
No,
material.
it's
yeah.
polycarbonate. So you can
Okay.
basically you're not strong enough to break it.
Yeah.
Oh, like the lenses, like objective lenses. Oh fuck, I'm running out of energy.
But those are constructed to be safe to be used, not like dangerous. To
No,
be used.
they're combat. They're not combat lightsabers in the sense you can kill someone with it or cut through a bulkhead. Just you can wallop your mate with it without shattering him. If you've ever had a toy lightsaber, you'll know they're made of like concentric bits. So when you hit one with another one, all that happens is you have to then run around and pick up all the bits that exploded everywhere.
Have you seen that video of that guy on YouTube that tried to actually make a lightsaber and it's actually fairly effective for cutting through things?
The plasma torch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that one?
It's quite
Yeah,
good,
that's it.
to be
Yeah, that's the
honest.
one. It's that is crazy.
I'm curious to see if they'll be able to improve it much more because I feel like there's a limit of where you can get to. but-
What he actually has there, Brett, is a welding torch with a handle on it that looks a bit like a lightsaber. He doesn't really have a lightsaber.
Pretty much, yeah. It just has a longer like spew out of it than normal.
Oh, I suspect we have a hacker in the session then,
Yeah,
Why?
because it just went daytime.
because time is going fast.
Oh wow, yeah, that is.
Ooh.
Is there a benefit to changing time of day in this game?
You can see.
I mean, yeah.
Now, the only thing I'm thinking of is that maybe the mission that we were just on kind of suspended time.
Maybe.
And so for us, it's catching up.
Did we do anything day of time critical?
But the mission might just been set at night.
Alright, we were attacking a house and trying to burn it down, so it would be more dramatic to be against a dark background. So it might have been artificially a night.
Okay. I'm going to turn on.
Still going though.
Speaking of like technology stuff, like taking technology back, I
Okay,
guess
this
this is kind of the
going way too
opposite.
fast.
But what do you guys think of the idea of like the technological singularity or whatever it's called? If you know what
Singularity,
that
as
is.
in man and machine becoming one.
No, as in the
Transferring
no,
consciousness into a machine.
no, as in the point at which a piece of technology is created that can essentially modify itself. Once you've got say like an AI that can write its own code and like
That's
improve itself.
You're looking at a different set of control, different definition of singularity then.
I think it's the point then that the AI then takes over
horses.
everything.
Oh yeah, but the
Because
point is
the
that
AI can learn sufficiently so
What?
that it's effectively independent and it can
Okay.
become anything.
yeah,
So-
the point is that it was humans putting their consciousness into.
Well,
No,
yeah.
no, it's
So
not.
so Brett, the point that I think needs to be made here is that the Terminator series is not a documentary.
No, I know. I mean, to be honest, I've not watched much of Terminator. But no, the actual definition, if you look it up, is the point at which technology gets to a uncontrollable speed of progress, essentially.
Well, I don't know about uncontrollability, but one definition is that because we are getting different faster, at some point the progress is so fast that one cannot predict what happens in one's lifetime.
Well, we're already at that point.
Yeah, I
Like,
mean, people are doing brain to computer interfaces. People are doing
well, it's not even that.
all sorts
Like,
of augmented things. There's loads of different things we're just not aware of, like government. You're
Not even that complex, right? I didn't think when I grew up that I would spend the evenings playing video games over the internet, chatting with my friends, almost photorealistic video games, and
I mean, mine is max
wearing
realism
VR
because I thought
headsets.
they'd never get to maximum sort of reality.
I reckon another generation of Red Dead, and we aren't going to be far off photorealistic. Another generation of hardware, but yeah, I mean, even then, I mean, the concept of even mobile phones as a child would have blown me away. Like, you know, I had a CB radio when I was younger, but you know, and then we had bulletin boards and things, but.
Nope.
A bulletin board was something special. You had to get your phone,
Yeah.
dial up and connect it and do something. It wasn't just, as I said, we used to have the phrase, I'm going on the internet now. I'm going to use the computer for a bit.
Now
you
you're
know?
already on the internet. You're always on the
Yeah,
internet.
always
Well,
on.
not strictly speaking. It's a startup. But...
Well, no, I mean, so,
I
Probably you got your mobile phone.
My phone's-
to
yeah,
go
it's
all
on
the
my
time.
watch.
Yeah.
It's on my wrist, attached to me permanently, almost.
Right.
Yeah.
Your choice, obviously.
yeah, but like I
Well,
said,
yes, but it's not unusual.
yeah, but you
you
don't
know,
you don't
not
say I'm
unusual.
going to go and look at something on the I'm going on the internet now.
I'm
The
going
internet's
to-
just
When I
it's just
got
kind
it
of
for a
there.
while,
Now
actually,
surfing the web.
when I had it for a while, I started having a book of things to look at. Because I'm like, what do I do when I've got the internet? I'm paying for this. I need to work out what I'm going to look at. So I kept a little book of things I wanted to look at. And
Have you looked at all the
search,
things?
I generally didn't, because once I discovered online gaming, that was pretty much
Ah.
it. It's like, oh, you're real people in a game? Wow!
So
And I fell in love with that.
He's looked up biggest penis in the world, biggest boobs in the world, and then it's just games at that point.
No, I was looking at Ferraris actually. But anyway.
Biggest,
See, this conversation
fastest
makes me
Ferrari
feel-
in the world.
This conversation makes me feel fairly young, which is kind of nice because, like,
Yeah.
I guess my growing up was still not massively internet entwined.
Well, no,
like,
but
I got like a Game Boy Color at like age 6 or something.
Okay,
so,
but
like,
Never had a Game Boy.
when did
Never
mobile
had a Game
phones
Boy.
come into your life?
I mean, they existed when I was growing up, but most kids at that stage of technology weren't being given them until they were like 12 or
Uh-huh.
13 or something.
Yeah.
But-
When
Yeah,
did
mine
you
was
get your
the
first
same.
mobile phone?
because mobile phone banned and will give you cancer if it's in your pocket.
Yeah, because now it's very common for much younger children to have a phone because then their
Yes.
parents can get hold of them wherever they are. So
Well, in theory, if they
I'm-
answer, then you
There's a
get
kid
told.
in my son's
Yeah.
class who has a mobile phone, and he texts my wife asking, "Can your son play games with me today?"
oh, it's the equivalent of going around someone's house going, can little Jonathan come out to play, please?
Yeah.
That's
Being able
all.
to play a game with your teacher does sound kind of cool. Like, imagine you go to, like, you're on like a day of class and like your teacher and your classmates running. They're like, "Can I play a game of Among Us?" They're like, "Yeah, sure,
Yeah.
why not?"
Oh, this guy's going to come and level with us. Brilliant. What level are you, sir?
Ew.
But no, you say even within my lifetime, there's no way I could have guessed where we were at. I got a SNES Mini a couple of years ago, and we were playing a SNES Mini on a 50-inch television, and the pixels are enormous. It's ridiculous, but the
It's still the
concept.
same as game.
Oh yeah, it's 320 by 200. But the idea of a actually it might even be lower than that. It might be 256 by 190. But the concept of a 50 the concept of a 50-inch screen back then, like
They parked their horse there and left it.
I mean, you could get 50-inch screens, but that you were talking thousands of pounds
bucks.
for a projection screen.
Big
Whereas
bucks, yeah.
my 50-inch screen cost me 230 quid from Argos. You know, it's
Yeah.
not expensive.
Yeah.
And you know, it's that sort of thing you would never have guessed. I mean, my parents
Zombies.
had I think we had a 27-inch screen for our television lounge. You know, and that was a big
With
impressive
space
one.
rockets landing side by side, like in Tintin.
I watched the space rockets land side by side on my mobile phone as I pulled up in a car park with my mobile phone sat on a GPS mount. So I parked there so I could watch it. So I watched in real time 2 rockets land simultaneously at high resolution, instantly on a portable device. It's just crazy what
You
we've
know, portable
got.
TVs though back in the 80s.
Well, there's a question then. Looking to the
This is-
future
yeah.
for that kind of thing. What technology would you like to see within your lifetime?
STL.
I swear Brett has just got.
Dilemma.
So Brett, is this you practicing Tinder dates? Have you just for the lockdown? Have you just got a little book of
It's taking notes, yeah.
oh okay. Yeah. I mean, honestly, the thing is now we have a much better understanding of what we've got. New technologies aren't likely to arrive, and even to be honest, the internet hasn't been new for a great many years. It's just got cheaper and faster.
Concepts like
Had
Facebook,
more
which has
features
changed
put on.
things, right?
Yes.
It's had more and more features added.
It's a
hasn't
foundation, right?
it? You couldn't shop
Oh
online
no!
previously.
Sorry, sir. I'm sorry, sir. I'm sorry. No, stop tying him
I
up.
remember-
What's he
I
doing?
remember selling a Yamaha
Shit.
add-on daughter board for
Not like yours, Adam.
Uh,
one time.
my
In
horse,
fact, it's got exactly the same shape as yours.
I'm
my
curious to see how
horse isn't
how
moving.
good. I'm curious to see how good VR gets within our lifetimes.
Mm.
well, I mean,
I bought a new
There's
headset.
a
I
lot
haven't
of
used
growth
it.
to be had there, I think, but we'll see.
well, unfortunately, VR is the problem with VR is it's. I can't, okay, Rob, I can move my horse now. You can get on. VR currently is too far ahead of video cards, as I think,
Very
Yeah.
demanding.
as Rob
And
found out today to his detriment.
And most of them are fairly expensive still. I guess the Quest is getting there at this point. But...
No, you can get ones that are basically free. You can get the Google
I had-
Cardboard, which
It's
is
not
basically
super expensive.
Oh, yeah,
that's
how
not the
about,
issue.
well,
There's some performance issues with VR though. That's
It's
not the same.
performance
Yeah,
issue,
does
it's
the phone one really count? That's not like. I guess they're okay, but I don't know. It's not quite the same.
It's but that's like saying, oh, Fiat 500 doesn't count as a real car. Only Ferraris count. It's still a car, and it's low end. But the barrier for entry for VR is very, very low. In the same way the barrier for entry for car
Same as
ownership.
a graphics card almost.
Yeah, but 600 quid. That's
I mean-
that's a really, really good one at that point.
I think the difference I'm talking about is more like having controllers or a method of control rather than the difference in specs, because like it's more akin to this car doesn't have a steering wheel. Is it still a car?
It's about usage, right? People had cars 100 years ago, but they weren't common. It was when everybody has cars to commute from that things changed.
Yeah.
Right. That was when where people lived changed. It's when we started getting, well, not started getting, but it's when commuter towns became even more of a thing. I mean, commuter towns was a thing when trains happened. We had trains for some time. Then when they became commercially viable, we ended up with commuter towns and suburbs and things like that, which were not as a result of not the technology itself, but it was the result of the technology which changed the world, right?
And then the Rona
that's
came around, and we all got Corona, and we all got Zoom.
Yeah. No, I was about to say that's a good question. Do you think the next logical step from that is eventually we end up with people like doing their work from home with a VR headset? They put their headset on there at work.
Yeah, I know a whole bunch of people
You
who already
joke
do
about
that.
that. I literally do that. I had a meeting in Vault VR today.
I mean, that's quite a. That's not the norm. Is my point. Maybe that does become the
No,
norm
you're right.
eventually.
Yeah.
You're assuming that people will work.
Well, if they don't, they get fired. That's unless you mean longer term, obviously.
I mean, you've got to have a job that can be done remotely in VR.
Oh no,
lends
but
itself to it.
I mean, eventually at some point, robots will do all of the work, and we will have a glorious life of luxury.
Well,
Yeah.
the rich people will. The poor people won't.
Well,
Yeah.
Well,
and I
Someone's
mean,
got to clean the robots,
other
make
robots.
an
can
awful
do it.
mess.
Well, no,
But
the,
it depends if
Don't
we
need
adopt
people for
socialism, I guess.
anyone. There's no reason to keep people in misery.
Ian
Yeah.
Banks described it as humans had retired since machines were better at literally everything. So,
Yeah, I mean, I guess the question is whether or not we adopt is it like socialism that likes universal basic income kind of stuff?
yeah. But I mean, long,
otherwise you're never
very, very long term. That's where it's going to go, unless we have a radical change in the way, society is going. But if you've got a high-speed internet connection and a VR helmet, let's be honest, that's going to keep a huge percentage of the population extremely occupied and happy for a lot of their lives. So
It's like a Black Mirror.
Ready
It's
Player
like a
One.
Black Mirror episode
Yeah.
with the room.
Ready Player One,
Yes,
for
yeah.
example.
what you mean the Black Mirror episode where they said that they will download all of your social media activity, create an AI which will reproduce your behavior, which Facebook just patented something almost exactly like that this month.
Oh, and did you hear about the Facebook stuff? So Australia passed a law saying that Facebook can't show news unless they pay for it. So Facebook
No,
went.
no, can't. The law isn't just for Facebook.
Oh, Facebook,
It's
large
for-
companies.
Large news companies like Google and Facebook
Yeah.
can't
So,
reproduce other news media outlets.
Yeah.
Writings, stories without paying them for it.
Well, yeah, but-
And
yeah,
they,
but-
they tried to block it and they cocked it up and blocked
No,
everything.
no, so what happened? No, it's not
Don't
quite. So
block it.
what they've said is, but Facebook don't repost other people's news articles. Like The Guardian posts on Facebook.
No, wasn't it Google who
It's Google.
literally reposts other people's news and strips
In the
out the
search.
adverts and publishes it?
I
Yeah,
don't know about that, but
they
Fa-
told they couldn't, and then they said, and then Australia said, no, you've got to, and Google said, well, if you say that, we'll stop doing Google in Australia, and
Yeah.
Microsoft said, hello, Bing.
yeah, and then but Facebook said, all right,
Yeah.
fuck you then, and then took all the new stuff off their website, and then the Australian government like, you can't do that. But you said we had to pay money. We don't want to pay money, so we're not doing it. But yeah, they've been it's been brilliantly sulky, the Australian government of Facebook going, all right, we want bollocks with them, we don't care. No one's on.
Did we get him?
Yeah, no one's on Facebook Rob, get off.
But I heard on the radio this afternoon. Oh, hello.
Oh, they did. They did balls
They
it
did
up.
break
They
something.
they managed to like block themselves off Facebook. Now they've blocked a whole bunch of stuff, including emergency stuff. So basically, they just blocked anything that marked as news. But yeah, it's just quite funny seeing Facebook going, all right then. Because I mean, we've had this before. People keep trying to get rid of safe harbor laws and stuff, and Google going, no, we're not. We don't have a business. There are other things like trying to get Google responsible if someone uploads child pornography to YouTube, and Google are like, we can't. It's not possible.
It's not,
it's
not possible currently. I mean, the thing would be every video ever uploaded. The only practical solution, as I see it, correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah.
The only practical solution to blocking that, someone uploading some kiddie porn, would be every video ever uploaded would have to go through a pending process, and that pending process required some person to look at it and check it.
Which is not
There's
possible.
not like people check the videos for that, though.
Yeah,
Sorry?
and that doesn't work because somebody looks at a video of sex and determines it to be pornography, and actually it's sex education or medicine or something.
Yeah, it's also
that would be English people look at English videos, and people from other countries look at the content. There.
Well,
Obviously,
yeah, I mean, so there has
a whole bloody team dedicated to checking the videos.
Yeah, well, first of all, it's not possible. We'll come back to that, but it's happening about.
It's not. I think it's possible. It's just impractical.
It's well.
No?
Come back to that in a second. So there has been a thing of this recently because there have been essentially YouTube have employed a whole bunch of I'll say non-English speakers to clamp down on coronavirus myths, but they're also clamping down on coronavirus myth-busting myths because they don't speak good enough English to tell the difference between an anti-coronavirus video and a debunking video. But it's not possible because is uploaded a day of the sheer amount.
Yeah.
500 hours. So as in 2019, 500 hours of video are uploaded every minute to YouTube. And there's no way that's 500 hours a minute.
Bloody hell.
That's the thing. It's possible. You are quite right. If you employ Africa to sit there and watch people's YouTube videos.
But that probably means you need 60,000 people continually.
Well, no.
The other way is to reduce the amount. Is to reduce the bar. So instead of saying you have to review every video ever uploaded, you have to review every video that is then made public, or then is available to everything's behind some sort of restriction, and only the ones that are public or it's available to kids or available to schools or something.
That just means I make all of my illegal child porn private and then give people access.
But that's better than having it available in the public domain, and your kids can accidentally come across it.
It doesn't solve. It doesn't.
It's to protect your kids, though, is it? It's to protect the people in the thing.
It's to protect. Well, no. In this case, I mean, the issue is Google. Google don't want to do it. Google have pointed out it's not possible, and governments are going, "Oh, you have to,"
effort,
and they're like, "Well, it's not." I mean, it's a bit like saying it's too much effort. It's a bit like saying it's feasible to build a bridge from England to America. It's feasible, but it's too much effort, and it's impossible and mind-boggling amounts of effort.
Feasible means it's possible. It's unfeasible.
Yeah.
Also, videos being private, I don't think that's like a valid reason to say that's okay, because that's the equivalent of the 18+ button on Pornhub. Kids would still find a way to get past that.
Well, I mean, all that happens is share the links.
In.
Yeah. But Google, I mean, we've also had other things. The American legislature has keep trying to outlaw encryption, and they're like, you can't outlaw encryption. You'd outlaw all the banking systems. They're like, oh no, we'll have a backdoor key that we can use, but you can, but we have to get access.
The NSA backdoor, NSA approved luggage.
Yeah,
things.
that's not how it works, because if the moment you do that, do you know how much a key is to open that luggage off Wish.com? By the way,
no.
I can buy 10 for £1. So your luggage is of zero zero use security.
Yeah.
But the issue is if you take away encryption from the banking things, you can't. If you make encryption illegal, you can't do banking anymore. You just can't.
Banking in your country.
Yeah, and you can't give a backdoor.
And you can't have web pages either of any sensible online websites. Suddenly.
But you wouldn't be able to use internet banking because you wouldn't be able to trust who you were talking to.
Yeah.
Yes, you wouldn't be able to do any online shops or anything online shopping and anything like that.
But the answer has. The answer's been, we'll put you can use encryption, but there has to be a backdoor that the government can use. and it will keep the back door a secret. And as the old phrase goes, security through obscurity is no security at all.
Yeah.
So but
then I can review the code and go, hold on, what's that?
Yeah.
You know, or at least those that can know how to review the code can go.
Well, it's like for that. What will happen is at some point somebody will get fired or get disgruntled, and then just tell everybody what the key is.
Yes.
You know, that's.
Or sell the keys on Wish for £1 for 10.
Yeah. Well, no, I mean, in this case, it's a non-physical key. But yeah, the TSA locks, you can just buy the keys.
And even if nobody leaks it, it can be discovered by an attacker.
Yeah. Well, people do this for fun.
Hope,
They take code apart and going,
found,
let's find a vulnerability. How does this work? Wait a moment.
If
Was it all
YouTube
zeros for the nuclear
would check
codes, or-
everything, it would have to publish a limited amount of thing, and if people expect that they couldn't publish on them, then the income of video would be less. YouTube make it video partly because it's feasible to spam content on the internet.
Yeah.
So
Well, I mean, if you ever found the phrase 10-hour version, that is what hammers home how impossible it is to police this. Because you'll just get Gandalf laughing.
Something disgusting inside
Yeah,
it.
but it's not that.
No, honestly, the worst offenders are the ones where it's like it's a movie, but every time X happens, it
Y
replays the
yeah.
movie again. So you get like I think it's one of my favorite ones. I think it's Lord of the Rings, but every time like Sam takes a step, it plays the clip of him talking about it's the first step the furthest he's been.
I didn't watch all of it. It's about It's about
17 long.
It's about 17 hours long, I think, that one. Yeah. But yeah, you also get stuff
As
like
long as Lord of the
Gandalf.
Rings.
Well, the thing is, you get stuff like Gandalf
Longer.
laughing 10-hour version. But the problem with that,
I hate that guy.
you can't really expect somebody to watch that for 10 hours.
Well,
That's,
AI will
wow.
clear up a lot of this and allow you to
Yeah.
flag suspicious items.
See, you say that, but there's actually a YouTube channel. I'm pretty sure like one of the big YouTubers, like Mr. Beast or something, he started his channel by watching these 10-hour videos, and that's how he got famous.
by watching other people's videos. Did he do 10-hour reaction videos of him like just
No, he sat
losing
and
his
watched.
mind slowly?
Yeah, no, he watched some of the most boring ones as well. It was like, oh, I'll just find it. Hold on.
Right. So his thing was doing boring stuff.
Pretty much doing
we're
really
doing it
tedious
wrong.
things.
Doing it wrong. Aha, a clue.
He watched. Oh my god! There's a video here. It's 23 hours long. It's him counting to 100,000.
Wow.
Some dedication, I guess, but like Jesus.
The
Has
target
21 million views.
But with music, there could be a problem of spamming all kinds of sound files, and it's kind of effort to sort out which have a property interest in them. But because the property interest is like people care about that, then it is made to happen.
Well, yeah, but because that's easy. That's why. Audio matching is trivial.
If you know exactly what you're looking for, I mean, how many
Yeah.
pieces of music are there compared to videos? Right? There's billions of videos.
Yeah, this box apparently is something I should do, and it doesn't seem to. It just glows. Oh, you can open it. I couldn't select it for some reason.
Yeah, nothing in it.
Yeah. Now, audio content matching is a fairly simple thing. I watch. I don't know what TV show is it. Would I Lie to You? And Channel
Oh,
4.
hilarious, yeah.
Channel 4 are quite keen to have it taken off the internet. So people do things like they upload the entire
BBC, by the
video. BBC, sorry. But they upload the entire video at half speed, and then you have to play it back at double speed on YouTube. So that it's exactly the same, but it means that the content matching system completely falls over.
No, some of these are really tedious. There's one here saying PewDiePie, like just PewDiePie, 100,000 times. It's 12 hours long. Imagine just sitting there and saying PewDiePie for that
Does
long.
he stop to have a shit halfway through?
No, it's a straight up video of him just doing it.
Well, I'm not sure I can go 12 hours without having a piss.
Yes.
Maybe he has
Maybe
a
he
little
just-
bottle.
Yeah, but maybe he like goes
Battle
around
bottle.
massive shit beforehand and like just doesn't drink anything.
Massive battle bottle. Hose in, hose
A
out.
battle bottle.
Haven't you heard that in Eve?
I have not heard of a battle bottle. No, the Warcraft term will be poop socking. So you just
Yeah.
you just shit into a sock, chuck it on the ground, deal with it later.
I wouldn't do that. I'd be like, this game is not as important as having a proper dump. I'm going to be back in 5 minutes.
Poop socking generally refers to spending all of the time available trying to achieve a thing.
Yeah. Just so damn desperate to get the achievement.
You're so damn to get it before anybody else.
Oh, there's one here. He said net neutrality for 10 hours to oppose the net neutrality thing a few years ago.
How does that get you any money at all? Just to get loads of videos?
Someone will link it. So, found him, I think. Someone will link it going, lol, look at this. If you could do something outrageous / funny / silly enough, you can do very well. For example, Colin Furze. Oh, it's a snake.
He's brilliant at it.
Yeah, exactly. But people will link Colin Furze videos because they are brilliant.
10 million subscribers.
See, Kohaka, the thing is, I'm pretty sure he streams these. So he actually does it live.
Found him. Incoming.
Okay.
I imagine there's probably some cases where, like, people do edit it, but like, how do you edit it so that it would look like it's actually accurate? Because you see the jump cuts, right? Unless it's completely
to actually be accurate, it needs to be that somebody that doubts whether it's a thing can go and check and that it is a thing. It doesn't need to be super convincing.
Brett, in less than 10 hours, I could do you a video that loops seamlessly. It would be quicker for me to fake it than to do it properly. Have you not seen Speed? There's a whole section on this.
Yeah, but that had a little... Yes, there you
Yeah, exactly. They had a
Spoilers!
Oh, sorry, yeah.
Those old young people haven't watched every single film ever made.
I think it's a 1 week moratorium on TV and a 1 month moratorium on films. That's the agreed upon length of when you can start doing spoilers.
Unfortunately, they do it the morning after the night before on the radio and just say, "Oh, well, if you haven't watched it, turn the radio down now."
What?
And that's their get out clause to do talking about.
Because they're still trying to be relevant.
I don't really have an issue with that.
Well, I knew who won the
57 seconds to find this guy.
Yeah, I'm
all I can
really
find is a pile of rocks. The little wispy trail goes into the
that way.
rocks, and that's it.
But like,
I'm just now getting the timer. What the fuck?
like it's
The
not,
type hasn't been this way. Go back. Well, brilliant.
that's not even a staying relevant thing though. That's just the thing people like film reviewers and stuff do is they try to review stuff as soon as possible because it's when people care most about it.
There's a difference between a film review that you go and watch and just saying it. Basically, radio is just screaming it at the top of your lungs, and whoever hears it hears it. It's not so much
and there's a difference between a film review. Mark Kermode does excellent film reviews for people who haven't seen it. You don't have to tell everybody what happened in the film and give spoilers.
Is this what I want?
I don't disagree, but I also don't necessarily disagree with the notion of talking about spoilers, as long as you give people warning that you're going to be talking about spoilers.
Well, then they'd never watch it before you'd seen the film, and afterwards you're like, well, I've seen it, so I don't need to watch it.
Brett, I don't think you just. Brett, do you ever listen to the radio?
Yes.
Really?
Yes. Less so this year because I haven't really used my car, but yes, in the car.
And you would just silence it if they start to talk about something or switch to another radio station.
I mean, if it's something I don't want to hear spoilers on, yeah, I don't see the issue with that.
Well, from the point of view of the radio people, that's not a very good way of arranging your schedule. A whole bunch of people will turn it off at this point because they don't want to hear what I have to say. I think that was more my point.
I mean, do they lose money by you not listening to that portion? Because it's not an advertised portion, so it's not being...
Are you going to come back, though? A lot of people aren't, because I'm not going to mute it and just listen to silence until I think they're finished.
Turn it back up. No, still talking about Doctor Who. We'll wait a sec.
No, I'll just change to a different radio station.
Yep.
That's why TV stations have their adverts at the same time, so you've got nowhere to go.
Sometimes you change over, you get the same advert. You're like, what the hell happened there? Yeah.
I mean, for the most part, from what I know from radio, most stations tend to have these in like an allocated slot for spoiler stuff anyway. There's usually a Saturday like film section or something.
Yeah, sure, but if you're watching,
and that's a bit different. But...
Yeah, but if you're watching a section on film reviews, that's fine, absolutely. But not if it's, hey, did you see WandaVision last night? Can you believe that Daredevil's in it suddenly? Whoa! And you're like, what the fuck? Not a real spoiler. I like to make up spoilers.
Yeah, the real spoiler is...
I wouldn't mind Daredevil appearing in it.
Oh, I completely didn't hear the subscribe noise. Sorry, because that comes out through that television. I've got headphones on. Did you not recognise my subscribe noise, Tad? I'm telling you, not a Warcraft player, if that noise does not strike fear into your heart.
Are you going to shut the noise for those of us who have the stream muted?
You want me to imitate the noise or tell you what the noise is?
Imitate it. Do that.
No, it's lower than that. It's more like boo. It's the
Now
noise.
tell me.
It's the noise of a rogue going stealthed.
Oh,
Okay.
that.
Yeah, you're like,
I know this noise and I don't even play WoW.
yeah, you're like, oh, yeah. If you're a clothy, it's like back to the wall, lads. There is someone looking around to backstab you.
Oh, I might know it because of Hearthstone, actually.
Yes, I used to drink on my mage. I used to drink with my back to a cliff, so no one can get behind me to backstab me. In old Warcraft, you get stuff that says unknown entity's ambush fades, unknown entity backstabs you for 700 damage, unknown entity's kidney shot hits you for 600 damage, you die, unknown entity fades. So they could kill you so quickly, your client didn't even know the name of the object that killed you, and it would just say unknown entity. Because they didn't transmit stealth rogues to your clients, you couldn't then just introspect the RAM for nearby stealth rogues. Incidentally, I started to bake a new world at an hour and a half ago, and the ETA was 12 hours, and now the ETA is 13 and a half hours.
Very good.
Yes.
I will get that into AWS if you like.
That's alright, I'll bake overnight. That's fine.
He's a baker.
Made me laugh actually the other day. Someone in the business referred to something that wasn't Amazon Web Services as AWS, and I just wrote back to them, AWS is Amazon Web Services. What did you mean?
What did they mean?
They're making an acronym out of a business name that was not.
Oh, like American Western Systems or
I think
something.
it was a wireless company.
Sausages.
Something
American Wireless Systems. Yeah, AWS. No, don't call them that.
Yeah, don't call them that. That is the one thing you don't want to be going.
Yeah, well, it's like the AA, and the AA in this country and the AA in America are extremely different things.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Although we also have both AAs over here, I guess.
We have Alcoholics Anonymous.
Yeah.
Yeah, but one's called Alcoholics Anonymous and one's called the AA.
I mean,
Yeah, which is Automobile Association.
Exactly.
The other one doesn't. Yeah, one doesn't. One has the at the beginning and gives out nice badges for having long membership in this. Where the bloody hell's my horse?
I don't think they do that anymore, I'm afraid. I've been an AA member.
But the villages are the
Yeah,
valuable collector's items.
And I've been an AA member for an extremely long time, and I've never got a badge.
Is there a
the fuck
subscribe?
was
Have you been an AA member since they would have aeroplanes?
AA airplanes.
Wait!
An AA gun.
Okay, now,
AA.
do we have the same challenges? That one of the challenges today is to shoot people's hats off. Non-players. Apparently there's a guy that he's rescuing, but I'm going to be busy just sealing his hat. Thank you.
I hope I get to keep this hat. Do I get to keep this hat?
Only until someone shoots it off.
Ooh, I've got to do that as well. Yes, I do.
Or you drop it, someone lassos you and it falls.
Who's he? Shall I have him?
No, that's the guy we just saved. Go to Pleasant.
Mrs. Brandy.
I'll save you, stranger.
Yeah.
Is that a note of a
No,
bounty
it's
target
murder.
being created?
It's a fine line between completing the mission and murder. Hmm.
Yeah.
So,
Even finer when the mission is murder.
was that a notification of a bounty target, did you say? I didn't see anything.
There was
No,
a message about somebody attacking travelers near some place.
Yeah.
Was that a result
Bounty.
of player action?
No, it's a bounty one, I think. Yeah, I just tried to shoot a hat off someone, and
Got the head
yeah,
off.
that was a bit low. Yeah.
Are you on a controller or?
No.
Ah, okay. Because you do get some aim assist on the controller, and it does like to shoot people in the head. But does that still count? If you shoot them in the head, does it still count shooting their hat off?
I'm not sure. Technically, his hat did get shot off.
You shot him in the. Well, don't shoot him with an arrow, so it doesn't pin the hat to his head.
How much do you like it? I like it all the way.
That was an innocent passerby who I just shot.
So incidentally, Shauk and I decided to play to the end of Transport Tycoon until I remembered the end date wrong by 30 years. So we're probably
2060 then.
it's 2050, yeah, 20 years, yeah, 2050.
Oh, okay.
So we're probably going to start a new session. Does anyone have any particular settings they would like to do, or shall we just start up slightly earlier and then check out the possible
We
settings?
could iterate through a couple of maps to get comfy.
Well, it's not the maps; it's the
Possibly better GRFs.
Well, that's your choice. Isn't it?
No.
That GRF?
GRF is not just graphics. So yeah, we had yes. I mean, we can heavily mod the game. We really can. There are complete new cities and resource types, complete new trains, trams, all sorts
Oh
of
my
things.
god, I wish my horse would stop doing that.
Well, if anybody wants resource types, why don't you just play Candyland or whatever it's called?
No, that's
Don't
gone
need a
now.
mod for that.
They've replaced that
What?
with Martian because there was an unfinished Martian thing that's now been finished.
So
They removed the Candyland.
If you ever tried to play it, Rob, it's just Headacheville.
I know, but it's fun.
Toyland.
Toyland, yes. Toyland was the weird thing was
I printed the diagrams out: subtropical, subarctic, and temperate. I printed the diagrams out because I thought these diagrams are pretty good, and then they took the diagrams off the fucking wiki
oh,
Diagrams of what?
of what goes where.
they are. To
So-
be fair,
Oh.
that is in the game now, which is good. But I don't know why you take it
Yes.
off the wiki. But yeah,
But the wiki was, I don't know.
Toyland is the hardest one by far, bizarrely. But there was another one, a Martian one, and that was never finished before they shipped the game. But there is now one for it.
Oh, that's cool. I might have to do that.
I certainly want a bigger map. I can do things like I can turn off breakdowns and stuff. So there are plenty of options to make the game easier
Subtropical
or
looks
harder.
fairly sensible.
Subtropical has the issue you need
If
to
it's
deliver
still good.
water to towns to make them grow.
I think
Water supply, water
it makes
tower.
it interesting.
Oil wells go to oil refinery to make goods to go to town.
Yeah, that's the same.
Farms and fruit go to food processing plants to make food.
To have
Lumber
land
mill.
trucks.
Money goes to money.
No,
Money goes from banks to banks.
no.
No?
Well, that's not in this diagram anyway.
Yeah,
It says diamond mines go to
Oh,
bank.
again,
It's
but
going to be
no.
out of date now.
Sorry.
Copper ore mine goes to factory. Lumber mill wood goes to factory. Rubber plantation rubber goes to factory. Makes goods goes to town.
yeah, and we can try one of the other ones. I mean, I will be significantly more rusty on those.
Well, let's
Yeah.
do Martian then, if it's new.
Yeah, I'll make sure we don't need to. Well, if we do need to do a GRF, that's fine. But that's a service I want. But yeah, a larger map definitely with less towns, so we are using the towns.
Do you mean the same level of town?
Same level of
I
towns.
started
Yeah.
it, and Toyland is still on the list, so I don't know what you're talking about.
Ah,
I
okay.
deleted it.
It's the Martian one there. Then there's that.
No, it's just the 3 traditional ones.
Oh, what
Four.
version are you using?
The 4 traditional ones.
What one are you using?
The latest. 1.10.3.
Is that latest?
I have maxed out my Hunter
Hooray!
Super Paladin.
I need to turn music off because I can't hear anything. There we go.
So I have mine turned off and all sounds off as well. So. Oh, okay. That's pretty
Yeah,
simple.
temperate, subarctic, subtropical, and Toyland.
Yeah, temperate.
So-
Yes, there was 4. There was 4. Yeah.
Yeah, so they haven't removed Toyland.
Oh, okay. Because the Toyland was in the Martian slot, but I guess it's now been pushed in as a proper GRF.
Right. If I can remember how to do GRFs.
Just additional content from the main menu.
Check online content.
Why did this NPC just yell, "I'm gonna run away now, okay"? Like, what? I need my permission to run. What?
I do have a question, by the way. It's a biological one, which is now Brett's favourites. So, how come the horses in this game do massive shits, right? But never, ever have a piss? What's that about?
Clearly, in this universe, they combined the two.
Yeah.
Like birds.
I've done that before, and it wasn't pretty.
Yes.
A good horse. Have a sugar cube. God, this game is beautiful, though.
Here we go. Play scenario. Mars.
With that
Okay, how
argument,
come the
you have
trees
no
on
idea
Mars?
what
This
you're
isn't
getting
Mars.
into it.
Oh wow! So someone's made a different flowchart now. They have got flowcharts. They're just ugly as well. They're not as good as the old ones, in my opinion. My opinion could be.
There's a giant aqueduct right across here.
Wait till next week, Rob.
Must practice, must complete, must win.
To be fair, it's going to be the same game. It will just be different vehicles and different resources. Okay, I've turned the shadows up because I can't stand it looking quite so horrible. Really, Esme, you are in charge. I just mostly like the slightly slack game, so we can just sit here and chat. I quite like that.
So the thing I like about wikis, there's certainly wikis in my business, was you could roll back to an earlier version and look at it and go, oh, I like to see what they were doing previously. But I guess they don't let you do that on here. Maybe Google's time machine will let me do that.
You should
So
be able
by
to.
that, are you talking about like not doing bounties or what?
No, I like doing bounties. I can now carry 10
Yep.
more tonics in my satchel. So
Nice.
I am now. So Mr. Zote, you better watch out. I am such a high level bounty hunter. I can carry slightly more bottles in my bag. That's how badass I am. 10
Max, the
more.
wiki is in GitHub, so you can press View History at the top right of any page, or you can go to open. You can either press View History in the top right of every page, or you can go to github.com/opentdd/wikidata, and all the history is in there.
Oh, I see. So just go to
79,777 commits.
If you want to have a look inside my bag, you're not going to get to. That's how amazing my
Those
bag
years
is.
in AA are starting to pay off.
Those years in the AA.
Yeah, if you have no more tonic capacity now.
No, you see, the AA in the UK is the Automobile Association, which is like a rescue thing if you break down. AA, like we would call what Americans would call AA, the Alcoholics Anonymous. We don't tend to refer. If you said an AA meeting, that's definitely Alcoholics Anonymous and is never about getting your car fixed.
That's only because the AA don't
Yeah,
have meetings,
and-
and Americans talk about it on
In
TV a
America,
lot.
Yeah.
we
But
have
you've got AAA, yes.
American Automobile.
Ah, yeah, because that'd be terrible to get that mixed up with, the BAA. We also have the RAC, which is the Royal Automobile Club. I love that.
and the green flag.
Which is just, if you don't want to get your car rescued in a hurry, that's the one to go with.
Well, I had AA membership through my bank, and they didn't send out the AA at all. They sent it on time, and the chap was basically a flatbed truck to carry a car, and I was like, I just want you to look at my car and see if it's safe to drive, because I had someone smack into me, but very low speed.
Uh-huh.
And I want to see if it's okay to drive. I was like, it's got no tools. I'm like, have you got any gaffer tape? I haven't got any gaffer tape. I'm like, seriously? The only thing I would carry is gaffer. I had to go to the post office. It was like 5 minutes walk up from where we worked actually in Leatherhead.
Uh-huh.
That petrol station there, quite a few years ago now, before we had kids. Yeah, some nobbin just. I was coming to the petrol station. I stopped, waited for him to wonder what the fuck he was doing, and he reversed into me. Very, very slowly. I was like, oh no! Yeah,
Now, I've had the RAC rescue me on my bike, and they've got a special device in the back of their vans that are like telescopes and like transforms so they can pop a bike on it. It's awesome.
So drag it by the back
I just
wheel?
wonder what it
No,
transforms into.
Well, it transforms into a bike,
giant robot which carries a bike.
No, it has to carry the bike. The bike has to be taken off the wheel, off the road, and then it sort of it's really clever. It sort of telescopes out from the back of the van, so you can get a bike on it. You have to tell them, of course, that you need one of the vans for that. I've also had a problem where they
How do you drive this thing?
they've come
Look
to
at the pages, not look at the history of the commit.
Two fish in a tank. How do you, one says
no.
to the other,
Well,
how
no,
do you
they-
drive this thing?
no they've come to pick me up in the Impreza, and I've had to point out it's a full-time four-wheel drive. You have to send a flatbed. You cannot tow it. You cannot pull it on two wheels. You can't do this.
Yep.
It will turn the engine. It will just you must bring a flatbed. And then of course they don't turn up on a flatbed. I'm like, you cannot tow this. Oh, no one told
They
me.
bring
All
the
right.
flatbed for your smart car.
Oh
Although
no,
I guess you don't really know what they brought because they
I've
handed it back one by
had
one,
one
didn't
of
they?
them yell at me for not telling them that my van is all-wheel drive. It's like, I did state that, and he still showed up and it fucking.
yeah. In the reason the smart car was done on a flatbed was because it was brought from London to Leeds.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Probably on about 8 flatbeds.
At least I think it was 3 because I think I got the documentation. I got the red dots. I got the paper trail.
I mean, you're on ammunition.
Hey, one hat shot, 5 XP hat shot. Boom! Hat shot.
Oh dear, they've got one of the machine guns.
Hey, that was a kill. Come on, I need my hat shot.
Oh, Toyland to Mars conversion. Ooh.
That's
I
the
saw
one.
that, but
There
it
we go.
didn't. I installed it.
Martian
Maybe I
climate
needed
is
to activate
not-
it.
The Martian climate is not in OpenTDD, as it was curiously omitted from the Transport Tycoon Deluxe. It appears only in Transport Tycoon World and Transport Tycoon and World Editor as an alternative graphics set. While the graphics, including the UI, are radically different, the vehicles and industries are identical to the temperate climate down to the names. However, it is possible to get a GFX that replaces Toyland with Mars. It's
Yeah.
mainly a graphics change, but it also keeps all the new trains from temperate. You can find it here. There's a link to it.
Oh, well, there's probably no point in playing temperate with a different graphic skin. That was kind of the point. I mean, I'm happy to play Toyland. It's cool.
Yeah.
But it's a lot harder and it's quite so
we could do something like we landed on Mars and colonized it.
Yeah.
Come and look at our video and go, oh wow.
Well, the problem with Toyland is I don't think there's an equivalent of coal. So the way to not go bust in Transport Tycoon is always the same thing: coal to power stations. You can't go bust. You will always make money, and then everything else basically makes money from
Assuming
that.
this flowchart I've got is right, pretty much everything. Pretty much to talk about it. Everything goes to another point before it goes to.
Yeah, it's all multi-stage. So yeah. Oh god.
So you make toys, fizzy drinks, and sweets and candy. The toys go to toy shops, and the rest go to town. But battery farms, plastic fountains, cola wells, bubble generators, sugar mines, toffee quarry, and candy floss all have to go to management.
Yeah,
In the middle.
but I'm happy to try. I mean, one of the problems with
I wonder
Transport
if it-
Tycoon is it's very easy. It is very easy.
I've not played this level. I'm wondering if you have to have a ratio of batteries to plastic in order to get the right amount of toys out of the toy factory.
No, it'd be the same as is in the base one with.
So you just dump some in and you get some out, sort of thing.
Yeah.
It was
Sounds cool though. I mean, I've never. It's like a hidden one, but not really that hidden. I can't work out how to make these pages roll back though.
View
View
history at the
history.
top. Yeah.
Yes, but then it gives me a listing which is.
And then
I
click
think-
on one of the things in the list.
It doesn't take you to a viewable version of that page.
No, because then it would have to render dozens and dozens and dozens of images.
But it does give you something.
But just go back
Pictures.
a long way and then see if that one's right, and then just.
Okay, so that one. So it
Someone
gives me a-
earlier
here's a
we were
change
talking
request.
about strange interpretations.
Oh, you made it.
And one of the things in theology, at least, is the problem of evil. That if there is a God that is omnipotent, but there's evil stuff, how come he allows
found
it?
it.
You're
What's-
not talking about Transport Tycoon.
What's this got to do with Wikipedia
No.
pages? I'm so confused.
I'm not.
I was just happy I just got a daily challenge of hog tie someone with a reinforced lasso.
Right, these are the pictures I've got, which I printed out. They're in that folder there. 14 years ago. Yeah. Toyland, temperate, subarctic.
I don't know that much believe it, but it started to be an interesting problem. Could ever there be a set of facts that it could make sense to have that kind of a situation? And then I kind of figured out, if you are a book character, the writer kind of has the properties that it's on the side of the heroes, but at the same time it's the cause of all their troubles. So it can like seem confusing that everything wrong in your life comes for that person, but he's also your biggest fan, despite causing all your troubles.
So you mean he enjoys seeing you suffer?
Yeah, I
In
think
a way,
it's
yes.
around away there.
Or
No, I think you're right.
he
Or he doesn't care.
he wants you to grow as a person by putting challenges in your way.
I thought he was omnipotent, so he could make you grow without challenges.
Yeah, but then it would be a boring book.
It would be a boring book. Well, yeah. You basically end up with Twilight. Oh, what's it called when a woman writes herself in as the protagonist? Is it Lucy? Mary Sue. Mary Sue. That's the one. That's the one. Is there a bloke version? Or is that still a Mary Sue?
Does it need a gender swap? It's Mary Sue, I think.
Possibly. Oh no, horsey. Please be okay. Good, you're okay. I love you. You're my favourite horse that I have right now.
Right, well, I'm going to watch The Mandalorian.
Oh, where are you? Where are you?
Season 2.
Ooh.
Hold on. Season 2. Get it up. And I've just
Get
watched
it up.
The Heiress. So chapter 11.
Oh, with what's her face in it? What's the actress's name?
I don't know. Sorry.
It's Starbuck.
Pretty lady.
Starbuck, yes.
Oh, Starbuck, yes. Heiress, that's right.
What's her name? Oh, I know her name in
I've watched
Battlestar
the
Galactica.
video.
It's Cara Thrace. I know that, but it's
I'm a bit of a surprise that they all take their helmets off. I was like, what are you doing? Take your helmets off.
well, I mean,
of the watch.
yeah, I mean, essentially, yeah. They just said to you, "You're a weird religious sect. This isn't something all Mandalorians do. That's just you guys." But she is in the Clone Wars show, and she's the voice actress for her character in the Clone Wars show, which is pretty good.
Ahsoka.
So no, the heiress.
The other one.
Fuck, what's her name? What's the
Bo-Katan.
what's the actress's name?
Oh, I don't know the name of the actress.
It's in the credits.
I can find it.
Yeah, I can find
I can
it.
literally pull the credits
Katie
up.
Sackhoff.
Katie Sackhoff.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah. Right.
Oh, have fun, and we'll see you tomorrow for GTA Redemption. Yeah, I know, man.
Yeah, geez. Yeah. Okay, man.
Yeah.
Bye bye. Excuse
Yeah.
me, officer. I need to shoot your hat off, and I'm. Oh, Rob's killed everyone.
There's another one coming. You can shoot his off.
It's very hard with the auto aim. It wants me to murder. I do not know who I am. I do not know where I am. All I know is that I must kill.
Well, I guess we're an outlaw now.
I'm not.
Or
Oh,
outlaws.
only briefly. I'm attached to my horse.
Oh,
I'm in prison. Maybe I'll go out of prison.
run away from this. Nothing to do with me.
Lost my hat. What a shame.
Yeah. If you remember, what was that game, that shoot 'em up we were playing, Rob? Not Star Force. It sounded a little bit like Star Force, though.
What, on the phone? Not on
Yeah,
the phone.
and the
on
Xbox.
an Xbox.
Yeah. Bug, I forgot the name of it. But a game like that, but more multiplayer. I hope they do a sequel. I really love that game. I played it loads. I've played it on loads of different platforms, and I really, really like it. There we go. And I like it so much, I should probably remember the name of it. But that's beyond me.
Skyforce.
Skyforce, that's it, not Space Force.
Right, I'm probably going to call it a day soon.
I've
I've looted all of this stuff.
I will not be up late myself, as I've had a long day, and I have to stream all day tomorrow and then all evening.
Oh, I thought you did it on Saturdays normally. Or is this
No.
No,
Why would I do?
Fridays.
Why would I do Fortress Craft Friday on a Saturday? What the hell, man?
Okay, apologies. I'm not aware of the alliteration, clearly.
Yeah,
Are
I'm
you
not
counting-
feeling too well.
LockDown line is streaming all night.
Well, it feels like it sometimes. We did last night. My God, we went to like 1:30 last night trying to complete Transport Tycoon, and then went.
I saw you around 2 o'clock, wasn't it?
Is it 2? Yeah, possibly. But we were like, yeah, 2030. Oh, you get the last train in 2030. But no, that's fine. I am a tired bunny, so that's probably quite a good place to stop. As ever, it has been fun murdering and just chilling in the world of wherever this game is set, America. So yeah, it's more GTA, and Saturday is more Valheim. So we shall bid
May
you all.
have to get Valheim.
It's pretty good. It's pretty good. I mean, to be honest, you're probably the only person left in the world that's not got it. It's selling so well.
I don't have it.
No, that's
So-
going to be me.
So we'll see you guys tomorrow then.